Up next is a one-on-one interview with Senator Osita Ngwu. Senator Osita represents Enugu West Senatorial District in the 10th National Assembly under the platform of the People's Democratic Party. He is the chairman of the Senate Committee on Solid Minerals, Steel Development. Also, the Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Drugs and Narcotics. He is also a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. Stay with us.
Senator Osita Ngwu, also known as RG, is a distinguished Nigerian engineer, entrepreneur, philanthropist, and politician recognized for his commitment to community empowerment and legislative advocacy. Senator Ngwu earned a Bachelor of Engineering degree from Enugu State University of Science and Technology in 2001. He furthered his education with an MSc from the Business School at the University of Roehampton, London in 2016. He is affiliated with several professional organizations, including the Nigerian Society of Engineers, the Nigerian Mechanical Engineers Association, and the Council for the Regulation of Engineering in Nigeria, (CUREN). Senator Ngwu's career commenced in the oil and gas sector, where he dedicated nearly 2 decades, ascending from a trainee engineer to an executive director. His portfolio includes significant projects such as the OML Phase 1, OUR 42X, 45-kilometer gas pipeline project, and the Shell Petroleum Development Company's tank upgrade projects. In 2016, he ventured into entrepreneurship, establishing a multi-billion naira enterprise that currently employs over 500 individuals. Senator Ngwu's political aspirations became evident in 2018 when he sought to represent Udi Esiago in the House of Representatives. Although he eventually stepped down for the incumbent, his dedication to the People's Democratic Party (PDP) remained steadfast. In 2023, he secured the PDP's ticket for the Enugu West Senatorial District and was subsequently elected to the Senate, succeeding Senator Ike Ekweremadu, who had served for 2 decades. In the 10th National Assembly, Senator Ngwu holds key positions such as Chairman, Senate Committee on Solid Minerals, Steel Development, and Metallurgy, Vice Chairman, Senate Committee on Drugs and Narcotics. He was also a member of the ECOWAS Parliament, contributing to regional legislative collaboration and development initiatives across West Africa. Senator Osita Ngwu has been proactive in his legislative duties. Notably, he sponsored the Health Infrastructure Development Agency Establishment Bill 2023, which is currently under consideration by the Senate Committee on Health. Beyond his legislative responsibilities, Senator Ngwu is deeply invested in community development. His philanthropic initiatives aim to bridge societal gaps and enhance the quality of life for his constituents, reflecting his vision for a more inclusive and equitable society.
Hello there and welcome to the one-on-one interview segment of the program NAS Unplugged. I am Mariam Zakari. Today, my guest is the senator representing the people of Enugu West Senatorial District in the National Assembly. He is Senator Osita Ngwu. He is an engineer and also a member of the ECOWAS Parliament. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mariam. Thank you for having me.
All right. Sir, the National Assembly is in the eye of the storm, considering what happened last week between the Senate President, the conclusion of the Committee on Ethics and Privileges on Senator Natasha, the senator representing Kogi. Now, a lot of people have been talking, and the question is if justice has been served.
I think I'll start by saying that what happened in the National Assembly has been grossly misrepresented, misinterpreted, and the public is running along with the wrong narrative. The thing started on the 20th when distinguished Senator Natasha had issues of seat reallocation.
Yeah.
And that created a whole lot of crisis. And we went on to see her going to Berkete TV, then Arise TV, then all the issues of sexual harassment came up. Then on the 25th, the issue came again when she formally submitted a petition against the presiding officer, Senator Godswill Akpabio, claiming that she was harassed sometime in December 8, 2023. My first question was, if there was no committee change or seat change, wouldn't sexual harassment be reported have been issue? So does it mean that change in committee and change in seat is what now triggered a report on sexual harassment? Then another thing that everybody is not quite understanding is that the date Senator Natasha presented her petition against the Senate President, the Senate President accepted the petition, told her to lay the petition, and referred it to Committee on Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petitions. It was then that the whip of the Senate raised a point of order, citing various orders, Order 44, that states that a senator shouldn't sign a petition, submit a petition signed by him or herself. Then Order 47 about the Senate not accepting a petition that is sub judice. People have gone on with the wrong narrative that the Senate President didn't want the petition to be entertained. But the Senate President ignored, despite the fact that Senator Natasha breached 2 rules, but he still accepted that petition. Then the next day, Senator Natasha came back with the same petition. The Senate President again accepted that she should lay the petition and referred the petition to committee, the same committee, Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petition. Then about 4 senators were raising point of order. I don't know the order they want to come on. I can't preempt them. Or possibly maybe Order 47 about the matter being sub judice. The Senate President didn't entertain any point of order, still referred the matter to the committee that is saddled with the responsibility to investigate any petition. But nobody is talking about it. So it's actually for the committee to now sit. And Senator Godswill is not a member of the Ethics, Privileges, and Public Petition. So people are all going to the media to run a complete wrong narrative, say things against the National Assembly, against the Senate President, who have not even interfered. Then, one question that I keep asking, which I also tell Senator Natasha, the issue of sexual harassment laid at the National Assembly, is the National Assembly actually the right place to lay such petition? Or do we just want to create a drama out of a serious issue? I don't support anybody trivializing an issue of sexual harassment. I have a young daughter, I have a wife, and sometimes in the past, when a banker released my wife's number to another customer, the drama I acted in, my wife called me, refused to leave the bank, that I must come and deal with this banker who released her number to a customer. So I'm surprised that 2 years after an issue of sexual harassment happened, that seat change and committee change is what is now bringing up an issue. And people are also, it's good. There's no bad time to bring up an issue. But the issue is that the right procedure has to be followed. I've always advocated that Senator Natasha, as of today, have not submitted a petition to the police, have not submitted a petition to the DSS, have not submitted a petition to Code of Conduct Tribunal, who should independently, because you have asked me a question about the Senate giving her justice. The court is also there to give justice. We are not a judiciary. So I have called about 4 different places Natasha should actually go and submit this petition so it can be properly investigated and the truth unveiled. And whoever, if Senator Godswill Akpabio is found guilty of sexual harassment, the law should deal with him. If Senator Natasha is found for wrongfully accusing the presiding officer of sexual harassment, then the law should deal with her. There is no two sides to this. We want to stay at the middle and find justice. So I am still surprised. I'm taken aback that as at this morning, there's no petition anywhere submitted by Senator Natasha claiming or asking the authorities to investigate her being harassed. The only thing she has done is to come to the National Assembly where the TVs will carry all these things and everybody is running with the narrative. Nobody is even bringing up to the point that let us go and take this to court, take this to the police, let police independently even take it anywhere she wants to take it if she doesn't even believe. Because I'm a member of the Ethics Privileges Committee. If the matter comes on the table here, I don't know how we can determine whether somebody held her hand and was walking up and down and saying, I will come here and we will be chilling down. We are not magicians. And we don't have the tools to go and find out, use her phone and Fabio's phone to check if both of them were alone, because you can use technology to actually find out if these two persons at any particular time were alone with her husband. With coordinates of calls can actually determine that these three persons alone, without Fabio's orderlies, without Senator Fabio's ADC, that only three of them were in a particular place. The Senate does not have the tools. The DSS can do that. The police can do that. Why can't this matter be formally the person who is accusing someone lay it to the appropriate quarter so it can be dealt with? Nigerians will know the truth. They will publish the truth. And I'm also telling her, if she doesn't have any trust, let her put the evidences she has to the public. As of today, no evidence has been made public. Why can't she even go and report? That's my point. So, for me, we have left important national issues to continue to talk about an issue, an allegation that the person who laid it just for the camera, who has not taken steps to go to the appropriate government agencies who have the responsibility to investigate it. She doesn't want to go there, and I don't know why, and that's why I'm worried.
All right, a little bit away from that issue, just like you said, it is an issue that she can take it further to the courts or to the DSS, and it will be resolved. Hopefully, we hope this matter will be laid to rest anytime
I hope so.
soon. Now, Nigerians again are always concerned about what they term as the humongous amount of money members of the National Assembly receive in terms of emoluments, in terms of take-home pay and all of that. And according to some analysis I have watched or read, Nigeria is not a very rich country at this time. The resources are there, but we know we're also in trying times. They are asking, is it justifiable to pay 109 senators, 360 members of the House of Reps, such amount of money when the country is struggling?
Well, when people talk about humongous pay, for me, I just smile because I worked 17 years of my life earning salary in the oil and gas sector. And what I'm earning today as a senator is what I was earning 12 years ago as an engineer. So I don't know if I'm making progress or going backward. So my salary as a senator is what I earned in a private company more than 10 years ago. So, and it's something that does not, as it's entering my account, is going into hospital bills and requests from constituents. Then the allowances that we are given to maintain our office and run the constituency is also, it's not our money, it's for the constituents. And it doesn't take 3 days for it to finish. The money I used to maintain my constituents and do certain things are things I get from other things that I do. So anybody who is talking about humongous salary should go and contest and come and earn that humongous salary. Let us see how sweet it is. But for me, senators, members of the House of Representatives, everybody, no one is actually going to tell you that he the money that he's paid stays more than 5 days in his account? I don't think anyone. So, but Nigerians have the right to query us. Nigerians have the right to ask questions. Nigerians have the right to even tell us not to earn anything. But it's there. So I don't think Nigeria is not a very rich country. I can say, but judicial and the legislators are not the problem of Nigeria. Nobody is talking about the executive. Nobody is talking about anybody. Everybody's eyes on the legislators. And how much percentage of the national budget, the recurring budget, comes to the National Assembly? That is what I'll ask people to go and check. And you know that we are not near the problem of this country.
You know, people have also said that in the last budget, which was just signed into law about a week ago by Mr. President, that the National Assembly, that's the two chambers of the National Assembly, actually padded the budget when it came to their own, monies that they would get. It is out there that the National Assembly padded this year's budget 2025 to increase the allocation that comes to them. How true is this?
I don't even know what padding is. Whose responsibility is the responsibility of the National Assembly to handle the appropriation bill? So when people also say National Assembly is padding budget, the question is, somebody will do his work and you say he's not. Are we not supposed to handle the appropriation bill? The job of the National Assembly is to look at the budget that comes from the executive. If there are areas you need to reassign funds for the interest of the country, you reassign funds. After all, the president sent another 4-point-something trillion to the National Assembly to areas that he feels needs more funding. And the National Assembly looked at it, something like solid mineral development. About 1 trillion was added to it. Is that the National Assembly that added it? This came from the executive, and we looked at it and we found that it's important that the solid mineral is developed further, so that for the benefit of Nigeria. So, National Assembly don't pad budget. Padding is something, a word somebody used, and the media and the people ran with it, and it will continue to be there. But I hope one day the people will realize that there's nothing like padding.
Now, in answering my question, you talked about Nigerians are not focusing on other arms of government, and you said the executive. Isn't it part of your function to also oversight the executive? How much of this function have you carried out in the last, not up to 2 years, almost 2 years that you've been in office?
Okay, let me even use last week, for instance. I'm the minority whip, but I still belong to some committees. I know I've gone on oversight. I went for 3 oversights last week alone, for you to know. And the same way, several senators are going on their way. Ministries are being oversighted. The 10th Assembly is taking the oversight responsibility very, very serious. And you can see that the economy of the country is improving, and you cannot take it away that part of the holding the executive accountable that we do is also contributing to the growth. I know how many times we have brought the CBN governor here to explain his policies. The Minister for Finance and the coordinator of the coordinating minister of the economy, we have brought them here several times to explain what they are doing, especially when dollar-naira rate was constantly fluctuating. We also, because we have experienced people here who can also run the country. So senators bring their experience to bear. Where we feel a particular minister is not doing well, we can't just bring it and start flogging him. It's also to give them ideas on what we think they should do so that the economy can improve. Nigerians can have the benefit of good governance. So we have taken the oversight responsibility very serious, and I think it's also impacting on how the country is recovering from where the present government of Bola Ahmed Tinubu met it. We met the country in a very bad shape, and we're hoping that it's going to continue to improve.
Now, by virtue of majority seats won by your party next to the ruling party, it makes it the main opposition party in the country. Another question would be, PDP in the last, say, 10 years, you people have been in the opposition for like 10 years now, since ruled for 16 years and now in opposition. Would you say that the PDP, honestly, is playing its part as the main opposition party, holding the ruling party accountable on some issues of national importance?
Well, I cannot give us pass mark, really. We've done our part, but we need to do more. I think the internal crisis in PDP is also contributing to why we are not being able to do what we're supposed to do. But also, I will also tell you that PDP is not playing the type of opposition APC played. Opposition of bringing a false narrative about government just to pull the government down. We are not here to fight APC. We are here to work with them to see that the country is run properly. So we are not in the past. You see people, with due respect to him, Lai Mohammed and all that, bringing things that are not even true, posting information that are not right just to pull the government down. But we don't want to go into that. If the country succeeds, everybody succeeds. If the country is moving forward, the common man on the street will be happy. So we are never going to run the government down in the name of opposition. We're going to constructively work with the government to make sure that things go well. But we can do better than what we have done so far. And I can't take it off from the internal crisis. Of course, you know, it's no news that PDP have been having internal crisis. And when your house is on fire, you are never going to be coordinated to do what you're supposed to do.
So now that we know, like you said, it is not a hidden fact that PDP has been, the House rather, has been a little bit disorganized in the past few years. How soon do you think the PDP, the party, can put its act together so it can play that viable function of the main opposition party? Because Nigerians truly at this point need a viable opposition party.
Our problems are being resolved. Bar some few court cases that will be determined very shortly. Once all those things are determined, the world come back. There will no be victor or vanquished. We will come together inside the same room, shake ourselves, and move forward. PDP is not going to die. People feel that PDP, the end has come to PDP, but it's not true. Behind the scene, we're also making efforts to reconcile warring parties, and hopefully, within the shortest possible time, within the next 1-2 months, you'll see a better PDP. You know, APC will find it difficult to win the next election, I can tell you.
Hopefully so. We also saw just a day or two ago, the former Kaduna State Governor and a couple of others have moved to the Social Democratic Party, SDP. Shouldn't your party be worried? Because once you begin to see moves like this, it means that, you know, people are looking for alternative opposition party that can actually rival the main, the ruling party.
Well, I haven't seen anybody from PDP that they come to the SDP. We're only seeing people from APC moving to SDP. It means that APC also have their own problem, their own challenges. And as the days unveil, we will know who will move to SDP. And don't also write off coalitions. We are also free. We are amenable to work with other political parties. SDP may also want to work with PDP. And that brings, it's APC that should be worried, not PDP. APC should be worried that they lost someone like Nasir El-Rufai. They should be worried that losing people every day. It's good for democracy. It's good for democracy.
Now, you brought up something that is very important, because that was the same strategy used by APC in 2015 to come into power. Is your party and other parties reconsidering like a merger?
We are discussing.
Okay.
Well, discussions are going on. There are going to definitely be coalitions to be sure that we take over power come 2027.
And then just before we round off this interview segment, people of Enugu West Senatorial District have given you, an opportunity to represent them here. From the time that you have been here, which is not up to 2 months, but will soon be, not up to 2 years, I beg your pardon, but will soon be 2 years. What are those projects you can say you have attracted to the people of Enugu West Senatorial District?
Well, these days, nowadays, legislators are not properly assessed. It's not our responsibility actually to be attracting too many projects, because we don't have allocations for projects except the zonal interventions that we have. So, but it has become what it is. Everybody will ask you what projects have been. Nobody is asking you the bills the motions, how you're oversighting the government. Everybody is asking about what you're bringing back. Well, that's fine. Enugu West, I think in the past 1 year plus, we'll be happy with the level of impact I have made. Currently, I have several projects going on, and my target, I have 81 political wards in Enugu West. And by the end of this year, no political ward will say they don't have a project that I have done in their community out of the 81 political wards. Currently, more than 60% of my wards have projects ongoing as we speak. And at the end of this year, I can beat my chest to say that every ward within my constituency have a project that I have done, ranging from roads, hospital rehabilitation, health centers, school rehabilitations, markets. I pay too much attention to market rehabilitation. Then also water. We have a whole lot of water projects. Then human capital development, looking at the young ones, trying to help them be where they would like to be. I have a training center where I would prepare students to write their exams, and I have about 3,500 of them as we speak being trained every day or 5 times a week. So the impact is there, and they are happy. That's why you don't see them dragging me up and down, because they're happy with the quality representation that I have brought to them, and they will be happy to see me stay here for a long time.
We hope so too, and we wish you the best in your endeavors. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much
on the program.
Thank you.
And that's it on this segment, the one-on-one segment on the program NAS Unplugged. I have been speaking with the minority whip of the Senate, and also he is the senator representing Enugu West Senatorial District here in the National Assembly. He is an engineer and a member of ECOWAS. He is Senator Osita Ngwu. Thank you so much for watching us. We will see you again same time. Goodbye.
Thank you.
I am Chibundumir Vivian Ndukwe of Vaniri Local Government Area, Enugu State, Nigeria. I am here to express my sincere and profound gratitude to His Excellency, Senator Dr. Osita Ngwu of the Enugu State West Senatorial District, for the uncommon kindness he showed to school children of various categories in June 2024. I am a beneficiary out of a select number of secondary school leavers who distinguished themselves in 2024 in the 5 tertiary matriculation examinations, to whom His Excellency gifted part and full scholarship opportunities to study their desired courses in higher institutions of their choice.
My name is Annie Emmanuel Ihedioramma, and I'm one of the scholarship awardees. I'm very, very grateful and I'm honored to receive this scholarship. It has not been so easy for me, but with this scholarship, I'm going to be able to focus more on my academics and also excel in my education. Thank you so much. I appreciate and I'm very, very grateful. Senator Osita Ngwu. Indeed, Abikeneti.
A lot of money under the former minister. Is it that the outcome is not usable or that it is not enough? Do you have any intention of doing a phase 2 of NIMEP? But it is not in the budget. So, how are you going to have a credible data if you don't control it? This motion is to comprehensively review the input and output values of the Nigerian mining industry in light of its central role to economic diversification, foreign exchange earnings, and social inclusion. The Senate notes that virtually all economic development programs and fiscal documents ranging from the Vision 2020 reports, the National Economic Empowerment Development Strategy, NEETS, the 30-year Infrastructure Master Plan Development Program, and the current midterm National Development Plans all identify the Nigerian mining sector as central to economic diversification and social inclusion. Aware that the several decades of policy incoherence and weak institutional disalignment, the economic potential of this sector to the gross domestic product of the economy has remained dismal.
And that's it on today's edition of the program NAS Unplugged.